Hello traders and welcome to the Market Open Preview on a Wednesday, July 16th, 2014. Traders, thanks for being with me again for another series of the Market Open Preview brought to you every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, this is brought to you by FXCL Excellence in Trading. Great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Sunny skies, beautiful blue water, and white sandy beaches. We're back in the nice weather. All right, traders, let's get moving. Not a lot to talk about, but we do have a lot of news data coming out today. We're going to put a little bit extra time into that. Traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator through the Market Open Preview and also the Friday wrap-up that's given to you every Friday after the New York session. Traders, I started trading in 2006, part-time, up in the middle of the night, trading the London session, having a great time. 2008, I retired from a great career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, got on the big airplane, headed over to Thailand for a 3-month vacation. Traders, never went back. I'm still here and it's 2014. Absolutely enjoying my second career as a full-time Forex trader. And I have to tell you, traders, it's great doing the Market Open Preview every single day. I like educating, and I like making profits. That's what it's all about. But absolutely loving my second career, having a great time. All right, so let's get the risk disclaimer out of the way, and then we can move forward. Traders, Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Trade is very, very, very important. Do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. If you can't afford to trade in the live markets, go to a demo account. And you can join us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, traders, let's talk news. All right, let's take a look at what the markets did yesterday and overnight. I'm in Asia, of course, so let's take a look. All right, so the Dow 30 closed up 0.03%. The S&P 500 was negative 0.19%. The NASDAQ 100 was down 0.38%. Not necessarily a good day in the U.S. I think that was pretty much in conjunction with the negativity from Fed Chairwoman Yellen speaking to the Finance Committee in Congress. Okay, let's go across the pond. The DAX closed negative at 0.65%. The FTSE 100 closed negative 0.53%. And the CAC 40, wow, negative 1.03%. The Euro Stoxx 50 closed at 0.84%. All right, let's move over to Asia. Let's take a look at some of this. The Nikkei 225, which is currently trading, is negative just barely at 0.03%. The Shanghai is negative also, positive just barely at 0.07%. The Hang Seng, which is currently trading, positive barely at 0.05%. The Kospi 200 is at 0.05%, barely in positive territory. Traders, the S&P ASX 200 out of Sydney, Australia is negative and currently trading at 0.09%. All right, so we have quite a bit of high impact data coming out today. Let's take a look at that. We've got in the London session, out of the Great British Pound, climate count change. Then before the U.S. markets open, we have PPI month on month out of the U.S. and out of Canada. We have the interest rate decision. We are not expecting a change there. However, the big one for today, which I think traders will wait for, is Fed Chairwoman Yellen speaks and testifies today to the Finance Committee. So that's what's going on in the charts. There's a lot of medium impact events. Please keep track on your economic calendar. There's tons of them out there. And again, you can always go to fxclearing.com and look at their economic calendar right on the front page. Absolutely beautiful. All right, traders, what do you say? To the charts we go. All right, going to talk about one that we talked about last week, I think, and we're going to bring it back up again, and that is the Euro New Zealand. We know that the New Zealand has been very, very strong. This is a daily chart. However, it looks like it might be fibbing, and we would expect that this 61.8 fib, we might be able to get this to head back to the downside on the daily chart. Remember, we want to buy the New Zealand, so we want to sell this pair. Absolutely want to sell this pair. Data came out today, and it was bad data for New Zealand, so therefore, wait till you see this. This is the 60-minute chart, and look at these big candles from data releases. The first one was out of New Zealand data. The second one, we had China data in Asia today, and it was positive data in all three sectors that came out for data today. So look at how New Zealand being a commodity pair, right? China comes out with good data. What happens? New Zealand gets weak, and this just shoots to the sky. However, that is data release, moves the markets. That's great. But what are we going to do? We're going to trade in the direction of the trend, and my bias is the daily chart. So what did I do here? I did an angle trade. Basically, that's what I did. This is an angle trade. We're going to wait for price to come back down on the 60-minute chart below that angle line, and we're going to take it from there. We're going to sell it from there, and we're just going to take this down. You can see where my stop is. It's at 1.5580, that area around there, and we want to take profit at 1.5495. So it's a big range in this trade. However, we have good pips to be made, and as long as we can stay with the trend of the daily chart, we should be safe. Okay, so this is really a nice trade setup. However, it's not going to happen quick, and it's probably going to be close to London lunch before this trade takes formation on the hourly chart. All right, traders, let's go to the 15-minute chart, and I know it looks the same, but it's not. This is the 15-minute chart. Basically, same scenario, traders. That data affected all time frames, so you know what? Let's just keep going. We're going to wait for a close below that angle line. At that point, we're going to go short about 55.60, and we're going to take that all the way down just above the 200 exponential moving average at 1.5488. And we want to get out of there. Why? Because we know there's a lot of traders and probably a lot of orders right at the 200 exponential moving average. Remember, it's just not me and you that are looking at that 200 exponential moving average. They are everywhere, and everybody is looking at it. So that's what's going on with the Euro New Zealand. I think this is a great trade setup. I think we can get some good pips out of this, so keep an eye on it. It's definitely high on my priority list today. All right, let's go over to a familiar pair that we talk about all the time, and that is the Euro Yen. Euro Yen has been acting very well in the last 2 weeks, one of the few, and this pair is absolutely bearish. You can see this on the daily chart. It's now below the 200 exponential moving average, which is great, and that 200 exponential moving average is at 138.47. So this is moving nicely to the downside, and we are biased to the downside. All right, let's take a look at the 60-minute chart, and it looks like we have a nice trade set up here. We were able to fib this. On the high side, we have 2 to the right and 2 to the left, and on the low side, we have 2 to the right and 2 to the left, meaning we have a legitimate high, a legitimate low. We fibbed the swing, so now we're just waiting for our entries. We'd like to see this come up a notch, like as close as we can get to that 138.11, and then we can short this. I don't know if I want to short it right here because traders, we're coming right back into support. I don't want to trade into support. So let's get a pullback of something, and then we can short this comfortably on this hourly chart. And you can see where I would like to take profit at 137.68. And of course, that's because look left of the chart. You can see that is support, and it's reacted many times in that area. So we're just going to keep an eye on that. This looks like another good trade setup. Again, it's going to take London to get us in. All right, let's go to the 15-minute chart. Here's a 15-minute chart. Again, we're looking at the same thing. Let's look at this trend line. This is a nice 4-touch trend line. Very nice. Let's just get a close below it, and we can take this to the downside. On this chart, there's really no support we have to worry about per se. So this is a nice little trade. And look at the 200 exponential moving average at 138.09. And as long as we stay below that, we're going to put our stop right above it. Remember, traders, the stop needs to be where the stop needs to be. So this is looking really well on the 15-minute chart. So we basically have really good trade setups on both our currency pairs today that we are looking at. So I think we got some pips coming. I hope so. All right, traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and of course, FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, I'd like to thank you for being with me for another edition of the Market Open Preview, brought to you every single day before the London Open. Traders, have a great trading day live from Pattaya, Thailand. Have a great day, and bye-bye.